Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Krishna Chandra Radha Krishna Chandra Radhe. Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Prahlad Narsinga Prahlad Narsinga Prahlad Narsinga Jaya Prahlad Narsinga. Jaya Srinivas Govinda Jaya Srinivas Govinda Srinivas Govinda Jaya Srinivas Govinda. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Stotra Shri Srivan Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Vrandara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naranjaiva Narothamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Shayamuthire Nashtaprayesha Bhadresha Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatittama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nisiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, chapter number 15, text number 39. Krishna Prasada Samukham Sprahaniya Dhama. Krishna Prasada Samukham Prasaniya Dhama. Krishna Prasada Samukham Sprahaniya Dhama. Snehavaloka Kalaya Hridi Samprasatam Samprasantam Samprasantam Snehamaloka Kalaya Hradi Samprasantam. Snehavaloka Kalaya Hradi Samprasantam. Shyame Pratha Urasi Shobhitaya Shriya Swaha. Syame Pratha Urasi Shobhitaya Shriya Swaha. Syame Pratha Urasi Shobhitaya Shriya Swaha. Chodhamanim Subhaghayantam Ivatma Dishnyam. Chodhamanim Subhagayantam Ivatma Dishnyam. Chodhamanim Subhagayantam Ivatma Dishnyam. Krishna Prasada Sumakam Sprahaniya Dhama. Nehavaloka Kalaya Hradi Samprasantam. Shyame Bradaurasi Sobitaya Shriyasva Chudamanim Subhagayantam Yivatmadhishyam Krishna Prasada Sumukham Srihaniya Dhama Neha Valoka Kalaya Hridi Samprasrantam Chame Brudavurasi Shobitaya Shriyasva Chudamanim Subhagayantam Yivatmadhishyam Krishna Prasada Sumukham Sprihaniya Dhama Neha Valoka Kalaya Hridi Samprasrantam Shame Bradaurasi Sobitaya Shriyasva Chudamanim Subhagayantam Yivatmadhishyam Krishna Prasada Sumakam Suhaniya Dhama Heha Baloka Kalaya Hridi Samprasantam Shame Bradaurasi Shobitaya Shriyasva Chudamanim Subhagayantam Yivatmadhishyam Krishna Prasada Sumukham Sruhaniya Dhama Neha Valoka Kalaya Hridi Samprashantam Shame Vradavurasi Shobitaya Shriyasva Chudamanim Subhagayantam Yivatmadhishyam Krishna Prasada Sumukham Srihaniya Dhama Neha Valoka Kalaya Hridi Samprasantam Shame Bradaurasi Shobitaya Shriyasva Chudamanim Subhagayantam Yivatmadhishyam Krishna Prasada Sumukham Srihaniya Dhama Neha Valoka Kalaya Hridi Samprashantam Shame Bradaurasi Shobitaya Shriyasva Chudamanim Subhagayantam Yivatmadhishyam Word meaning Krishna Prasada blessing everyone Sumukham auspicious face Sprihaniya desirable Dhama shelter Sneha affection Avaloka looking upon Kalaya by expansion Hridi within the heart Samprashantam touching Shame unto the Lord with the blackish color Prathau broad Urasi chest Shobhitaya, being decorated. Shriya, goddess of fortune. Swaha, heavenly planets. Chudamanim, summit. Subhagayantam, spreading good fortune. Iva, like. Atma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Drishnyam, abode. Translation purport by Srimad Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Lord is the reservoir of all pleasure. His auspicious presence is meant for everyone's benediction, and his affectionate smiling and glancing touch the core of the heart. The Lord's beautiful bodily color is blackish, and his broad chest is the resting place of the goddess of fortune, who glorifies the entire spiritual world. The summit of all heavenly planets. Thus it appears that the Lord was personally spreading his beauty and good fortune of the spiritual world. Translation with repetition. The Lord is the reservoir of all pleasure. His auspicious presence is meant for everyone's benediction, and his affectionate smiling and glancing touch the core of the heart. The Lord's beautiful bodily color is blackish, and his broad chest is the resting place of the goddess of fortune, who glorifies the entire spiritual world. The summit of all heavenly planets. Thus it appeared that the Lord was personally spreading the beauty and good fortune of the spiritual world. Purport. When the Lord came, he was pleased with everyone. Therefore, it is stated here, Krishna Prasada Sumukham. The Lord knew that even the offensive domain, where his pure devotees, although by chance they committed an offense at the feet of other devotees, to commit an offense against a devotee is very dangerous. In devotional service, Lord Chaitanya therefore said that an offense to the devotee is just like a mad elephant run loose. When a mad elephant enters a garden, it tramples all the plants. Similarly, an offense unto the feet of a pure devotee murders one's position in devotional service. On the part of the Lord, there was no offended mood, because he does not accept any offense created by his sincere devotee. But a devotee should be very cautious of committing offenses at the feet of another devotee. The Lord, being equal to all and being especially inclined to his devotee, looked as mercifully at the offender as at the offended. This attitude of the Lord was due to his unlimited quantity of transcendental qualities. His cheerful attitude towards the devotees was so pleasing and heart-touching that his very smile was attractive for them. That attraction was glorious, not only for all the higher planets of this material world, but beyond, for the spiritual world also. Generally, the human being has no idea of what the constitutional position is in the higher material planets, which are far better constituted in regard to all the paraphernalia. Yet the Vaikuntha planet is so pleasing and so celestial that it is compared to the middle jewel or locket in the necklace of jewels. In this word, the word Prahaniya Dhama indicates that the Lord is the reservoir of all pleasure because he has all the transcendental qualities. Although only some of these are aspired for his aspired for by persons who hanker after the pleasure of merging in the impersonal Brahman. There are other aspirants who want to associate with the Lord personally as his servant. The Lord is so kind that he gives shelter to everyone, both impersonalists and devotees. He gives shelter to the impersonalist in his impersonal Brahman effulgence, whereas he gives shelter to the devotees in his personal abode known as the Vaikuntha Lokas. He is especially inclined to his devotee. It touches the core of the heart of the devotee simply by smiling and glancing over him. The Lord is always sought by the Vaikuntha Loka by many hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune, as stated by the Brahma Samhita, Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambhama Sevyamanam. In this material world, one is glorified if he is favored even a pinch by the goddess of fortune. So we can simply imagine how glorified in the kingdom of God, in the spiritual world, where many hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune engage in the direct service of the Lord. Another feature of this verse is that it openly declares where the Vaikunthas are situated. They are situated as the summit of all the heavenly planets, which are above the sun globe, at the upper limit of the universe, and are known as Satyaloka or Brahmaloka. The spiritual world is situated beyond the universe. Therefore, it is stated here that the spiritual world, Vaikuntha Loka, is the summit of all planetary system. This is the Bhakti Vedanta purport. Om Ajnanadimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namavo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutali Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashyati Deshadanini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. The chapter description of the kingdom of God. So we are discussing the four Kumaras, Shishi Radha Krishna Shidai Guru Shila Prabhupada. The four Kumaras of traveling through different gates. They passed 6 gates and entered the 7th gate, just desiring to have the darshan of the Lord. When they entering the 7th gate, the 2 doorkeepers are stopped them. So the sages are felt offended. So generally there is no duality in spiritual world. Still these 2 doorkeepers are doubting on the sages. Sages thought these doormen are not eligible to stay in Vaikuntha planet. they decided to curse the two doorkeepers. And the the sages are cursed, doorkeepers are come into senses that okay, they did a greater mistake. So immediately they followed the feet of the Brahmanas or the sages, and they begged to forgive them. And this situation is going on in the gate. So immediately the Lord of the Vaikuntha personally arrived there with all his associates, and personally the Lakshmi also accompanying him. And Lord is coming with all associates. So someone is bring the chamara for the Lord, someone is holding the umbrella on the top of the head of the Lord. And they arrived to the gate. Generally, there are great sages or spiritualists doing meditation to have the darshan of the Lord. And here the Lord himself is coming to the great sages to pacify them. So here they're describing the presence of the Lord in the gate, how it appears. There's a description in this particular verse. So Krishna prasada sumukham sprahaniya dhama. So the Lord is the desire of all the pleasure. His auspicious presence is meant for everyone's benediction, and his affectionate smiling and glancing touch the core of the heart. So Lord is always blessing everyone, and his face is sprahaniya dhamma, shelter of the desirable. Sumukham, mukham means space. Sumukham means auspicious space. Sprahaniya dhamma. Dhamma is the shelter of all the desirable. So Lord's face is very desirable. I mean, anyone desire, Lord is always giving, and there's a mood of the Lord always. And sneha is always affectionate. Affection, avaloka, looking upon, and looking is very affectionate. He is looking at everyone as with affection. Kalaya hridi samprashantam, and his presence is touching the heart. Samprasantam, touching. And Shame, the color of the Lord, blackish. Spratha, his chest was very broad. Spratha urasi, chest is broad chest. And Shobitaya Shriya Swaha. Shobitaya, decorated. His chest is, broad chest is decorated with the goddess of fortune. I mean, Lord Lakshmi is sitting in the chest of the Lord, present in the chest of the Lord. And Swaha, heavenly plan is Chudhamani Sammitha. Chudhamani Saubhayantam. And Chudamani, the summit, the supreme of all the abodes. Swa means Sargaloka, and superior to Sargaloka there is Mahaloka, Brahmaloka, Satyaloka, and superior to Sargaloka is the Vaikuntha Loka, the Lord's abode. And his glorification is spread all over, not only in the heavenly planets. Anyway, the residents of the many planets, always glorifying the Supreme Lord, and also glorification in the spiritual world. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, when a Lord came, he was pleased with everyone. Therefore, it is stated here, Krishna Prasada Sumukham. The Lord knew that even the offensive doormen were his pure devotees, although by chance they committed an offense at the feet of other devotee. To commit, so here, so Lord is pleased to everyone, or pleased with everyone. He is pleased with even non-devotees, because as a father is compassion to his children, doesn't matter children are obeying the father or not obeying the father. The father is always compassion to his children. Similarly, here is happened one devotee the two devotees offending other devotees, and both are the devotees of the Lord. So Lord is Lord is pleasing to everyone, devotees, all the devotees who offend the devotee, who offend other devotee, and who get offended, those devotees, both are, is very pleasing. So although the chance by the Lord knew that even the offense doormen were the pure devotees, although by chance they committed an offense at the feet of other devotee. The commit an offense against the devotee is very dangerous in devotion service. So committing an offense to other devotees is dangerous. But Lord is don't consider any offense. Even though the devotee, offending a devotee is dangerous, but still Lord not for the offend to he offended another devotee, but Lord is not considered as a offense, because he is dear to both of them. So actually we have Prabhupada say, and offending a devotee actually is a very wrong thing, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, therefore it said, offense to a devotee is just like a mad elephant run loose. When a mad elephant enters a garden, it tramples all the plants. Similarly, an offense to the feet of a pure devotee murders one's position of devotion service. So, offense to a devotee is very, very serious, because he offended a devotee and his all spiritual assets will be lost. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has say, when a mad elephant is entering a garden, whatever the beautiful garden, the mad elephant will smash everything. Similarly, a devotee is practicing the devotion service. Somehow a devotee is committed knowingly, unknowingly, or intentionally, and offense have the bad effect on devotion, and it is murder the devotion service. That murder means it spoils whatever spiritual credits he accumulated, that all will get lost. That is the reason devotee should be very careful committing an offense to the another devotee. And further Prabhupada say, on the part of the Lord, there was no offend mood, because he does not accept any offense created by sincere devotee. A devotee is created any offense toward the Lord, Lord don't consider it as an offense, and is very merciful and compassionate. He don't consider that as an offense. But a devotee should be very cautious of committing offense at the feet of another devotee. So generally happens like there is a offenses at the Lord's holy name. there is 10 offenses while chanting the holy names. So one should be cautious of the committing offenses. But we all keep on committing the offenses, even though knowing that there is a 10 offenses we should be cautious of. We should not offend. Okay, we should be very attentive in chanting and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. We should not think that okay, some auspicious ritualistic activity, so I'll get some benefit, material benefit. Okay, chanting the holy name and looking for some material benefit, and also chanting the holy name, so whatever sins I committed will get vanished by chanting the holy name. All these kind of desires, all offensive towards the holy name. And we know all these things, still we commit those offenses. So that not mean that the Acharya was say, okay, now you are committing offense. Okay, as far as you are committing offense, you don't chant the Hare Krishna mantra. It is offense to the holy name. So do the Acharya say? No, Acharya says it doesn't matter. Even offenses happen, still the holy name is so powerful. Even those offenses are not, that's what he has say. The Lord don't accepts any offenses, even though a devotee is committing the offenses. He don't accept. Even we are chanting, you are doing a lot of offenses because you all do all this mistake. Still, Lord don't accept as a offense. Okay, why? Because his compassion to his devotees. Out of his compassion, he don't consider. Okay, some say a compassionate father. Even the child does so many mistakes, and so many mistakes happen. Still, father is very compassionate to the small child and is forgives every time. Similarly, Lord is very of the pleasing attitude towards his devotees. He never consider enough. But but a devotee should be very cautious of committing offense at the feet of another devotee. The Lord, being equal to all and being especially inclined to his devotee, looked as mercifully at the offender as well as at the offended. This attitude of the Lord was due to unlimited quantity of transcendental qualities. Because Lord's qualities are unlimited. So that's the reason, even though a committing offense to a devotee is considered the offense, and for that you have to undergo punishment. But offense to the Lord there is no any, generally there is no punishment because he is unlimited qualities. So ocean of mercy the Lord is. So, and even otherwise a pure devotee also full of mercy. But Lord made a system. If you commit an offense to a devotee, you have to undergo a punishment for that. The Lord made a system. Even those devotees is very merciful because law is already there, and Lord that law will take care of. Okay, if you commit an offense at the feet of a devotee, you have to undergo punishment. But Lord is personally compassionate, and he not made law like that. Okay, if you commit an offense at me, also I have some punishment. Definitely, one should not commit offense at the Lord's lotus feet. So the Lord is compassionate. So further it say, Lord is taking care of devotees as well as the people who don't believe in God at all. For them also he is supplying everything. So Lord is not considering, okay, someone is caring for me, not caring for me. This is because of the unlimited qualities the Lord is having. Cheerful attitude towards the devotees was pleasing and heart-touching, and this very smile was attractive for them. That attraction was glorious not only for all the higher planets of the material world, but beyond the spiritual world also. Generally, the human being, so the Lord's glories will be spoke not only in the material planet, it will on spiritual planet. Okay. So generally the human being has no idea of what the constitution position in these higher material planets, which are far better constituted in the regard of all the paraphernalia. Yet the Vaikuntha planet is so pleasing and so celestial that it is compared to the middle jewel of the locket of the necklace of the jewel. So normally people are aspire to go to the higher planets, going to heavenly planet, enjoyment. So still the people of the material world is these lower planets are not have the idea about what are the facilities are available even in the superior material planet, Swargaloka, Satyaloka and all. And still superior to this higher planet, the glorification of the Vaikuntha planet is much, much higher. Even common people not have the idea of the higher planet, then what we know about the spiritual planet. So here is it. So the Vaikuntha Loka is the locket in a necklace. So a necklace is there. Necklace not have a locket. Then it's not so looking so beautiful. Then locket makes a jewel and the necklace is much beautiful. Similarly, there are so many planets. The Vaikuntha is gives a bigger the glorification or beauty to the all the planets. So this is a crest of the all the other planets. So further Prabhupada say in this verse, the word Sprihaniya Dhama indicates that Lord is the reservoir of all pleasure. Sprihaniya, Sprihani means is a Sprihaniya. Sprihaniya, desirable Dhamma shelter. Sprihaniya indicate the Lord is the reservoir of all the pleasure because he has all the transcendental qualities. Although only some of these are aspired for by persons who hanker after the pleasure of merging in the impersonal. So there are the people, Brahmavadis, they want to merge in the Brahman. And these Brahmavadis who want to merge in the Brahman, they are not have the idea of the pleasure in the personal association of the Lord. And they are thinking that the Brahman effulgence is a superior enjoyment. So someone is looking for hankering the merging in the Brahman and enjoying the Brahman pleasure. And someone are the devotees who are want personally aspiring for associate with the Lord personally as a servant of the Lord in a Vaikuntha planet. The devotees don't want to merge in the Brahman. Devotees want to do the service everywhere in the material world and spiritual world. And Lord is merciful, so he gives the shelter to the impersonalist in his impersonal Brahman effulgence, whereas he gives the shelter to the devotees is his personal abode known as Vaikuntha Loka. So he gives the shelter to everyone. He gives the shelter who are looking for the Brahman enjoyment. Okay, he'll give the Brahman effulgence, they can merge in the Brahman effulgence and can enjoy. And who are looking for the personal associate of the Lord and serving the Lord in the Vaikuntha planet as a servant. And Lord has facilitated them to serve him in the Vaikuntha Loka. He touches the core of the heart of the devotee simply by smiling and glancing over him. The Lord is always served in Vaikuntha Loka by many hundreds and thousands of gods of fortune, as stated in the Brahma Samhita. So, Lord touches the core of the heart of the devotees by smiling. So Lord glancing and smiling is touching to the heart of the devotees. So they're taking pleasure by seeing the smiling face of the Supreme Lord. And that Supreme Lord is served by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. Brahma Samhita say, Lakshmi Sahasra Sambrama Sevyamanam. So Lord is served by thousands of Lakshmis in the spiritual world. And Prabhupada is telling here, in this material world, one is glorified if he is favored even a pinch by the goddess of fortune. Pinch of goddess of fortune means someone have richness. Goddess is blessed by goddess of fortune. Lakshmi is kripa. If someone has get some Lakshmi or a lot of wealth, such person is very much glorified in this material planet, material world. If it's little favor of the Lakshmi, if a little favor of the Lakshmi means someone has some wealth, little wealth in this material world compared to the. So the Lord is served such goddess of fortune, not one. Thousands of goddess of fortune is serving the Lord. They see a small person, some wealth, they have a lot of glorification in the material. What is the glorification of the Supreme Lord? This was a comparison Prabhupada is giving here. Goddess of fortune. We are simply imagine how glorified is the kingdom of God in the spiritual world, where many hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune is engaged in direct service of the Lord. And then finally Prabhupada is concluding, another feature of the verse is that it is openly declares where the Vaikuntha lokas are situated. They are situated as the summit of all the heavenly planets, which are above the sun globe at the upper limit of the universe, are known as Satyaloka. So, the Vaikuntha planet is situated, here say, summit means top of all the other planets. So, Satyaloka is the topmost planet of this material world. And the above the Satyaloka planets of Vaikuntha, this Vaikuntha planet is talking about the Shvetadvipa where the Lord is residing in this universe. And where Lord is residing in this universe, that the Shvetadvipa we call, that's the Lord's abode. That abode is superior to the Satyaloka. And this is what the description of the. So, in also say, when there is a trouble, any trouble from some demons in this material world, all the devatas go and complain to the Brahmadev. And Brahma and all the devatas, they offer prayer, and Lord appear in the Shvetadvipa and give the darshan to the Brahmadev. This is the explanation, is it? And the Shvetadvipa is a Lord abode, and that Lord's abode is the above the Satyaloka planet, situated. So here that the reason Prabhupada is confirming it. So that Vaikuntha planet is above the Satyaloka planet. The spiritual world is situated beyond the universe. Therefore, it is situated here in the spiritual world. Vaikuntha Loka is the summit of all the planetary system. This Prabhupada says. So here in this particular verse, description of the Lord, how Lord is appeared there, and the appearance of the Lord, what are the auspiciousness the devotees are felt. And when Lord is appear, they arrived there in the place where the two devotees are, one is offending and others are offended, and they curse the other devotees, and Lord is appeared, and how even the devotees are cursing each other, and still when the Lord is appeared there, it is very much pleasing for all the devotees. So see, further we'll continue this talk here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.